Dan Hodges has done an article in the Daily Mail, which I've only just got hold of it, and it's fascinating. His analysis of Kemi Badenoch's nascent leadership as the person controlling or not quite controlling the opposition paints a picture of a politician adrift in the wake of her party's devastating electoral defeat as the party goes off in one direction, Kemi Badenoch goes off in another. While Badenoch's trip to the US aimed to repair relations and stake a claim as the Conservative Party's leader, Hodges argues that her real purpose was damage control, convincing Republicans that she, not Nigel Farage, is the face of British conservatism. Of course, she's absolutely wrong, but she's wrong about most things. Hodges highlights the disarray within Tory ranks, with MPs lamenting Badenoch's lack of a clear plan or direction, despite initial hopes that she would bring a sort of the ghost of Thatcher back to life. Her leadership so far has been marked by hesitation and missteps. Her interview with The Spectator, filled with bizarre remarks, and her awkward photo with J.D. Vance suggests an optics problem akin to Ed Miliband's infamous inability to look prime ministerial as he munches through a bacon sandwich. The problem really with Badenoch and with the Conservative Party, which also gave the Conservative Party Liz Truss and Theresa May, is that their inspiration is to rekindle the vigour of Thatcher, and they think this is about gender rather than personality, experience and competence. It's not about gender. One of the article's most damning critiques is Badenoch's failure to address her party's existential crisis, the rise of Reform UK under Nigel Farage, and Hodges argues that Badenoch is allowing Farage to dictate the Conservative agenda, particularly on immigration, where Starmer easily outmanoeuvred her during Prime Minister's questions. By raising immigration without a compelling narrative or without solutions, Badenoch inadvertently reinforces Reform's appeal. And Hodges suggests that Badenoch's approach reflects complacency. Her incremental strategy, emphasising reflection and patience, might seem reasonable after an electoral rout, but it risks alienating a party desperate for action. And the comparison to Labour's Keir Starmer, who quickly distanced himself from Corbynism, underscores the perception that Badenoch has failed to seize a similar opportunity to redefine conservatism post-Johnson, post-Sunak, post-Liz Truss. Hodges' conclusion is stark. Badenoch has until the local elections in May to prove her leadership can deliver, and without a dramatic shift in strategy or decisive response to Farage's encroachment, her tenure is going to be short-lived, with the party descending into further chaos and yet another leadership election. Hodges portrays Badenoch as a leader struggling to find her footing in a rapidly shifting political landscape, and while her allies urge patience, the combination of internal criticism, external threats and her own missteps suggests the next 6 months will be pivotal. Unless she can articulate a coherent vision, and I suspect she can't, wrest control from the narrative of Farage, and she won't, Badenoch's leadership risks becoming a footnote in Conservative Party history. And people will wipe their feet on the footnote, on the carpet that she is left behind, tattered and torn and barely adequate.